G'day guys, welcome to my NRL round number 18 tips. I couldn't get tipping video out last week. I've had a lot going on. Eventually maybe I'll speak about it, but for now, let's get into my round 18 tips for the NRL. It's a shorter week as well. Last week, obviously there wasn't a video out, but I did put out the graphic. Shout out to you, Tricolour Tribe, the creator of the graphics. I picked Jack Whiten, first try scorer. I went okay in the tipping. Unfortunately, the Eels going down to the Dragons. I was there in Wollongong and was able to put out a vlog for you guys. But yeah, Jack Whiten, first try scorer. We bagged that one, so bragging rights are there. Now, first game, I don't have team lists in front of me, and this will probably be a short video. It's been hard to get in front of a camera, but I'm trying to. So the Broncos play the Bulldogs. This game is at a core. You know, Max King, Stephen Crichton will be missing on origin duties, as well as Payne Haas, Pat Carrigan, and Reece Walsh, who is 18th man for the Queensland Maroons. I will try and get an origin preview out for everyone by Monday as well. As for this game, I'm actually going to go with the Bulldogs here. I thought defensively they were great, and that game between the Panthers and the Bulldogs last week was one of the best games of football I've watched in a long time. It was absolutely brilliant, and Connor Tracy was brilliant in defence, and he'll be playing in this game. And if he can replicate some of those plays, I think it goes a long way to winning at home, where the Dogs have been very, very good this year. I'm going to go with the Dogs by 10 points in this one. I think Selwyn Cobbo at fullback is going to get exposed a little bit. He's been out of the team for a while. How is the team dynamic and everything going to work? I don't know. I'm going to go with the Bulldogs 26 points to 16. Bulldogs to win by 10. And my first try scorer, my anytime try scorer pick, is going to be Viliami Kickout for this game. He's going to have a blinder. It is the Canberra Raiders taking on the Dragons. Now, Josh Papali'i is out for this one, as he has been named in the Maroons team. Very excited to see him there. Now, the Dragons are without a few players. They are without Nathan Lawson due to injury. I don't have the list in front of me, but I know there are a few outs, and it worries me a little bit for their attack. Their second half was really poor at Wollongong last week. They were able to get a try to snatch the win. Their first half was brilliant. They had their attack on. The Dragons this year have been hot and cold, but for the most part, they have had a good defence. And in cold weather where Canberra are adapted to, I think this game will be closer than people think. So I'm going to go with the Raiders to win this game. The Raiders have... Look, I'm tipping a Raiders Storm grand final, and I've been tipping that all year. But the Raiders have this little question mark about them lately. They're winning games. They're doing it a gritty way, but they're winning by very small margin, and it's a little bit concerning for mine. I'm going to go with the Raiders by 10 points here again in this one. Raiders 20, Dragons 10. I don't know if the Dragons' attack will be at its best, especially without Valentine Home, who was probably my man of the match last week. And I'm going to go with first try scorer for this one. I'm going to go with Matt Tomoko to score the first try as my anytime pick. Next up from Townsville, I'm looking forward to this game. It is the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Melbourne Storm. A great win for the Storm against the Sharks last week. I think it was 30-6 in the end. Started to really click. A big injury to Suafalungo, which is unfortunate there. A few players missing this week. Obviously, not Jerome Hughes, Harry Grant, Cameron Munster off on origin duty. So yeah, a couple of outs for them. They still have Jerome Hughes, Ryan Pappenhausen. The Cowboys are missing Dearden, Cotter and Nanai. Few outs for the Cowboys. They only just got the win against the Gold Coast Titans. They are at home here, so I give the Cowboys just this little bit of an edge, a chance to win this game. $3.60 is massive value for the North Queensland Cowboys. And when I saw the line of 11.5, I'm all over that Cowboys line. But ultimately, I think Jerome Hughes, Ryan Pappenhausen, one of them is going to do something late. I don't love the lineup, the team list. Xavier Coates also out. If you look at this lineup for the Melbourne Storm, and I know anyone can wear that jersey and bring some oomph to it, but I think this game's going to be very close. I'm going to go the Storm by 4 points. I'm going to go the Storm to just beat the Cowboys, get out of jail, 22 points to 18 in this one. and we backed him for any time last week. Let's back him again for first try scorer. Let's go with Nick Meaney. Next up, it is the Sydney Roosters at Allianz coming off the bye up against the West Tigers. Now, the Tigers, man, they are going to be without Talon De Silva, who is obviously heading to Parramatta, Heath Mason, who's suspended, Appy, who's injured, Jerome, who's injured / on origin duties, Jack Bird in the back row from what I saw, because I didn't see that last week, but apparently he played there, and Seyfarth came off the bench, and I've been impressed with Seyfarth this year. It's been interesting to see that change. So I think Tristan Hope is playing hooker. I think Luke Lalui in jersey 3 with Adam Dewey in the halves with Latu Fainu. How did I do there? As for the Roosters, they will be missing Angus Crichton and Robert Toya. Almost said Latrell Mitchell. That's how out of it I am. For this game, I think the Roosters win by whatever the hell they want. I think the Roosters are going to do a job on the Tigers. The Tigers are getting desperate. If the Tigers lose this game, that is 7 straight losses. But right now, there is a world of worry at that club. And they started off pretty hot. Now they've gone pretty cold. The Roosters are inconsistent, but they're sitting around the top 8 thereabouts. So I'm going to go with the Roosters here. 34 points to 16. The Roosters win by 18 points. I think they will be a little bit too good for the West Tigers at home. And I'm going to go with Daniel Tupou as my first time, anytime try scorer pick for this game. And the final game, we'll see the Manly Sea Eagles take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Obviously, Tom Trbojevic once again at centre for this one. Garrick on the wing. I haven't even checked if Olakalatu's playing. I feel like he would be, though. Rabbitohs without Latrell Mitchell. It's hard to remember team lists. Look, the Rabbitohs, I tipped them last week. They put up 26 or 28 points in Suncorp, but they had 50 conceded. So they're struggling. I think they're now 5 or 6 losses in a row as well. Very desperate side heading to Manly. And Manly haven't been that great at home this year, which has been surprising. Manly had a nice win against the Tigers last week. They took 40 minutes to score, though, mind you. I'm going to go with the Manly Sea Eagles to win. A bit of a shootout. I'm going to go with Manly 24 points to 18. Manly to win by 6 points. This should be a great game of football. And I reckon that Tau Cooler is going to have a big game. So he's going to be my first try scorer pick. But Manly to win. Anyway, guys, make sure you do subscribe if you're new around here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's good to get back into the tipping. You need to get back into this routine. Obviously, we've got the massive giveaway happening next week. So make sure you are following me on TikTok as well as subscribe and comment on the giveaway video, the Rugby League 26 giveaway video. Guys, don't forget, Rugby League 26 comes out July 17. So that is approaching very, very fast, and I will be at Origin next week and making a preview for that game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment your tips below, and I'll see you guys next time.